Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Elizabeth, and today's video is kind of hard to make. I had a really rough week and I don't even want to get on here and talk about it or make this video, but I feel like I owe it to you guys to tell you kind of what went down, and so let's just get into it. So if you're just joining me for the first time, brand new to my channel, this is probably not the best video to start with, and maybe go back and watch some of the other videos from my journey so it'll make more sense. So in last week's video, you guys saw me talk about how I've been dealing with hypoglycemia while I've been eating on the carnivore diet, and so there was a lot of things that I was going to try to do this last week and changes I was going to make, and different supplements I was trying and all those kind of things. So I'm not going to rehash everything I did this past week in this video. If you want to see what I'm doing, go watch last week's video. That'll kind of clear things up so that way this video doesn't get super duper long. But basically I did absolutely every single thing that I talked about in the last video. That's what I did. That's what I was going to do. And so that's what happened. When I made last week's video, you guys saw me in about the 1 to 2 hours of the entire day where I felt like even remotely okay to even sit up in the chair. I was really determined to stay on schedule and get that video filmed, and I really wasn't feeling okay though. And so after that video, things really kind of went downhill from there, and I just couldn't get myself feeling right or feeling good. And so that lasted for a couple of days where I kind of tried to tough it out and keep doing the supplements and keep doing the things that I was doing, until a couple days after that video, my blood sugar was really just dropping so often throughout the day, and just I could not get myself feeling okay. And by okay, I mean very, very weak and brain fog and no energy and just an inner feeling of something just absolutely not being right. And I was pretty much ready to go to the emergency room. Thankfully, I was able to get into the doctor, and so I got a doctor appointment really quickly, got on in to the doctor to kind of discuss what was going on. And so I will say I was careful what doctor I've chosen to go to, because I didn't want to go to somebody that was not familiar with the carnivore diet and would look at me like I had two heads. I went to someone that's very knowledgeable about it. It's a doctor that is a little more unconventional, and a doctor who specializes in nutrition. And so I'm actually in a group of doctors, and so I met with one of the doctors, but I'm kind of in a really cool practice of things they do there and different things. So they're definitely knowledgeable about this, and so I wanted to meet with somebody who was going to be able to actually help me and not just look at me, like I was crazy. So I will say you definitely have to be careful, about what doctor you pick, who you choose to go to, and what kind of advice you're getting. And so I do feel comfortable with where I'm at and the advice that I am getting. However, I don't consider myself an expert on any of this, and so I'm just going to strictly relay to you what my experience has been and what the doctor said. These are her words. This is her information that she gave me, and then I'll tell you where I'm at with all of it. So I went into the doctor mainly to talk about the hypoglycemia I was feeling and why I was feeling so weak and just really, really icky, just an icky feeling inside, where I feel like it kind of almost came to a crisis point where I just wasn't able to keep going forward in the way that I was going. And so talking to her about those things, this is what she had to say. She sees a lot of different patients. She's had carnivore patients. She's had a lot of keto patients. She sees people, all over the board, and helps them, with their nutrition. She did not tell me a specific way that I have to eat, or, what the best way for every single person, there's only one way or something. She really stressed that it's a lot about lifestyle. We talked a lot about lifestyle and what kind of lifestyle do you want, and that she cannot tell you or dictate to you what kind of lifestyle you want. So we talked about that. So we also talked about, she has seen a lot of different patients. She said some of her patients come to her and feel tremendously great eating keto or carnivore, and then she sees other people come in who feel like crap. I'm just quoting her. That's what she said. And so then we talked about why I'm having these hypoglycemic episodes, basically after I've eaten. And she said, what's happening with my body is that my body is not converting the fat into energy quick enough, and that's why my blood sugar is dropping. So normally our bodies either convert glucose or fat for energy. That's how we get our energy. And I think the body prefers to do it through glucose, or at least that's easier for the body. It's a little more difficult for the body to convert the fat to energy. At least that's the way she explained it to me. And so she said I might be one of those people that needs to have some carbohydrates in my diet to be able to feel okay if my body is not able to keep up its energy just from the fat. So that's her opinion. That's the advice that she gave me. And she told me to play around with it and, you know, see how I feel and see kind of where I lie on the spectrum of, you know, how many carbs do I need to have to feel good. And so this week I did go ahead and I had some carbs. I added in a few things. And you guys, it has made all the difference. So I put avocados back in. I've been having a couple of avocados the rest of this week in here, and I also added back in berries, which was amazing. And so even just like a little half cup of like blueberries or strawberries, that's all I've had so far. And I've also had some cauliflower. We made like a cauliflower mashed potato kind of thing. So those are the carbs that I've tried, and then I'm pretty much doing everything else the same with carnivore. I've just been doing steak and eggs and hamburger meat, which I've been doing for about 5 weeks now solid. And so that's how I ate for this week, and I feel so much better right now. I feel completely different having just that little bit of carbs in my body. I have not experienced even one blood sugar drop since I added those back in. I feel amazing. I'm also down a whole other pound this week. So the scale moved as well, which was awesome. So for this next week, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep playing around with it. As of right now, where I'm at, I definitely need to have some of the carbs in my diet. And so I feel like it kind of came so quickly to like a crisis point that now I feel like I have to backtrack a little bit and just kind of keep learning and figuring out what's going on. And so I feel like with that doctor, it was kind of just my first opinion, and I'm going to keep researching and I'm going to keep learning, and I do want to see, you know, if her advice was correct. But so far, I mean, I feel tremendously better. So that's what's important right now. I'm no longer in crisis mode. I'm no longer in danger. My blood sugars are not dropping. And so that's really, really fantastic. And so emotionally, I'm feeling disappointed, I guess is the word that you could say. I really thought by doing the carnivore diet that getting on here and doing weekly weight loss update videos with you guys would be exciting. I thought the weight was going to really drop off. I thought that it was going to be just an upbeat and fun and motivational thing. And that's what I want my channel to be. And so that's why I'm struggling with making this video and getting on here and having to tell you this, because that has not been my experience so far. And I still want this to be a good and fun experience, and I want the weight loss updates to be positive and motivational. And so I am really struggling emotionally with it. I'm disappointed. I really am. And I don't really know where this leaves me or where I go from here. I am not by any means stopping losing weight. I'm not stopping weight loss, and I'm not stopping doing the updates. And so for the next few weeks, I feel like this is going to be kind of a real transition. I'm not totally sure where I'm going to fall on the spectrum. As of right now, I'm probably not considered carnivore. I'm probably more in the camp of like low carb is what that would be. So as of right now, for the next few weeks while I play around with this, keep learning and figuring out what I want to do or how I'm going to feel best. I'm going to keep up with the weight loss updates, and I'll keep getting on here every week and talking to you guys. I'm not going to do anything else carnivore related right now, because I just don't know where I'm at with everything. So I think that's all I have for you guys this week. I'm sorry that it wasn't better news. I definitely could use some positivity and encouragement down in the comments. I definitely appreciate it. If you've struggled with keto or carnivore, or have had hypoglycemic episodes or different things, I'd love to hear your experiences or hear from you. So if you have anything, please do put it in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I start to sail along these ocean waves. Nobody knows how to find us. It's turning out to be a perfect day. I just wanna leave our normal lives behind us. So let's get lost out here. No one else out here. Find ourselves out here.